Hey there, my name is Muralidharan Jayaram and I'm a partner at Citrines. I love helping business owners, entrepreneurs, leaders and sales professionals get breakthrough results in their business as well as in their personal lives. I truly believe that all it takes is that one breakthrough to make a huge difference. And I help my clients get those breakthroughs using cutting-edge technologies like neuro-linguistic programming. Now this episode I'm recording today is a tough one, but I decided to go ahead and do it anyway. Let me ask you a question. Are you struggling in a relationship? Are you in a bad relationship? Are you in a relationship that's making you wonder, debate in your mind whether to stay with that person or to leave? Do you have this constant tug of war going on inside you, causing a lot of mental stress? Do you stare at your partner, have sleepless nights wondering whether you should stay with him or leave the next morning? And when the next morning comes, again you decide to stay back, but this debate goes on and on and on and on. And it has been going on for a lot of time, probably weeks, probably months, probably even years. In my consulting and therapy practice, I see clients day in, day out. And many of these clients are in the same boat. They are in bad relationships and they are totally confused whether they should stay in that relationship or get out. And it's causing a lot of stress. My standard principle I follow in guiding these clients is I never ask them to stay in the relationship or get out of it. However, I push them hard to solve the problem. Either correct it, go for a couple therapy and resolve the issues and live happily, or call it quits and get out. But solve the problem. And I help them do this by asking very, very thought-provoking questions from different angles so that they can take informed decision, which is beneficial not only for themselves but also for their partner. And if children are involved, for the children too. But let me ask you, how do people actually handle these tough situations? Majority of them brush it under the carpet. And that is sad. They live in this comfort zone of discomfort and carry on. It's like a facade. From when you look from outside, beautiful family, good husband, good job, good salary, good wife, good job, good salary, happy children, looks beautiful from the outside, but when you actually go inside and have a look, it is sad. At least one person is totally disgruntled and is having that debate to stay or not stay. Now, why do people prolong, postpone these kind of major decisions? It's because they are afraid. There are two kinds of fear. One is they fear that if they leave, they'll become alone for the rest of their lives. It's actually not true. Second fear is the fear of unknown. And some of these people have both these fears working together. And that is why they tolerate this comfort zone of discomfort. But let me tell you, it's not a smart idea to do nothing. Toxic relationship will take its toll on your physical health, on your mental health. It can drive you to depression, anxiety. It can cause you to create mistakes in your life, which you'll regret later. Many people give children as an excuse for not bailing out of a person who's creating a lot of trouble for them. Children should never be used as an excuse to stay in marriage. You got married, at that time you did not have children. You have children now, but the relationship has gone bad and there is no hope of making it right as of now, and you're having that debate in your mind. And then if you continue in that relationship, children will grow up and go away. Then you're left with this person, and as you grow older, when you look back at life, you just see misery, pain, and suffering. That's not the kind of life you want to live. So you have to take action. You have to take an action. All right? Now, I usually take people through a lot of provocative questions. I can't go through all those questions with you today. However, I will take some critical ones, the non-negotiable ones, the jugular ones, the heavy hitters that you need to deal with, which is urgent and important. Okay? So if you are in a bad relationship, then these questions are very, very important for you. Or if you know anybody in a bad relationship, then these questions are important for them. Please share this video with them. Okay? Let's get started. I want you to close your eyes and consider this question carefully. Okay? Let's get started. Are you being abused by your partner? Are you subjected to abuse? When I say abuse, it's physical abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, verbal abuse, stalking, isolation, and so on. These are the various forms of abuse. Are you experiencing any of these abuse? Then I have only one straightforward advice. Leave. Right now. Just leave. Do you know the amount of women who get abused globally? United Nations has released a report, and it shows that 1 out of 3 women get abused globally. In 2021, 80,000 women died of abuse, and 58% of them, that's around roughly 47 to 48,000 women and girls, died at the hands of their intimate partner or a close family member. That's really scary, very scary. So, your happiness is number one priority. Your safety is also number one priority. So if you're getting abused, just leave. Just close your eyes and leave. Not in 5 years, not in a year, not in 6 months, not in few weeks. Now, in a few days. Plan it carefully. Take the support of your friends, your colleagues, your family members, your parents, and even police if that's needed, and just leave. Okay? Just leave. Remember, there are about 7 billion people on this planet, and you don't have to be stuck with this jerk who's abusing you. There's an exception to this rule. If the abuse has happened only once, and the person has stopped after apologizing to you and has never done it after that, then that person needs to be given a chance. Every person is allowed to do one mistake. But if the abuse has happened the second time, done. You're done for. Bye-bye, goodbye, sayonara, pack your bags and just leave. Right? Question number 2. Is your partner making it very difficult for you to meet your needs and your wants? Is your partner putting all kinds of obstacles in front of you to even get your smallest needs met? Like you want to go and meet your parents? No. You want to take your children for movies? No. You want to watch the television? No. You want to go out for a dinner? No. You want to go out with your friends? No. No, 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 no. absolutely no respect for your wants or needs, then people in these situations, when they have left the partner, they have had a good life. It's a good idea to consider leaving. Okay? Let's go to the third question. Are you getting humiliated day in, day out? Is a person abusing you, humiliating you in front of your children, in front of your in-laws, in front of your parents, in front of your friends, in front of your colleagues? Is just not bothered of how hurtful it will be for you? It just keeps going on and on and on, humiliating you, belittling you, making you feel that you're a total idiot, a moron, an absolute worthless piece of, you know what? Then it's time to leave. You deserve to be a person who has a partner who respects you. If you continuously go through humiliations, it will begin to impact your self-esteem, and it will drive you to depression, frustration, anxiety, and so on. Every day can become a day of torture, and you can't live a life like this. And can you just imagine the kind of environment you're providing for your children, if you have children? The kind of role model for the children of how to treat women. Okay? I am kind of biasing towards women because that's where the majority of problem is. It can be the other way too. The wife kind of humiliating the husband. It can be either way. But whichever way it is, this situation should not be tolerated. You have to take a solution of deciding to leave. Okay? People who have left have had a good life. Right? Another thing is you're invisible to that person. Your needs don't matter, your wants don't matter. That person doesn't even see that you are existing in the same space, even though you're living together as husband and wife. Has absolutely no regards for you. Doesn't care whether you are happy, whether you're sad, whether you're healthy, whether you're sick. Absolute zero interest in you. That person is concerned only with himself. In that case, also, you have to seriously think to leave the relationship. Now, here's a fourth question. Are you living with a liar? Have you come to the point where you cannot trust your partner anymore? He lies for small things as well as big things. Everything he speaks only lies. Just lies, one lie after the other. When he gets caught, and when you catch him lying, he kind of apologizes and says, sorry, I will not do it again, but then continues doing it. Remember, if you're living with a liar, you're living a life of a big lie. It's like living in a house built of cards. It's pure facade. You have to get out of this relationship. It's not for you. Okay? You cannot put up with liars. That person does not have any respect for you. Now here's the fifth question. The final one. There are many more questions, but these 5 questions were addressing the jugular issues. How about communication? How well are you communicating with your partner? Are you allowed to communicate? Is your partner blocking every communication you try to have with him? Whether the issue is a small issue or whether it's a big issue. He just doesn't want to listen to you. He just brushes off every attempt of yours to communicate. You can't live in a relationship where there is no communication. Communication is the life breath of a relationship. Okay? You can't go along with this person if there is zero communication. Because life throws problems at you. Life throws problems with regards to your health, with regards to your need to change your career, to go for a job. There may be issues of children coming up, which you need to discuss, but this person blocks you every step of the way. No communication. Then it's time to leave. It's not a relationship worth saving. Well, these are the questions. If you answered yes to any of these questions, then it's time to get help. Don't do it alone. Get professional help. You'll have to think through these questions and many other questions carefully so that you can take an informed decision. The problem is that most people wait for that last straw on the camel's back. The last straw could be cheating, could be physical abuse, a final physical abuse, or mistreating the parent, or whatever that last straw means to you. If you wait for the last straw, there'll be an emotional outburst inside you, and then you will take a very instant decision to leave, and you'll not be ready for that. It can be very disruptive, not only for yourself, but for your children, for your partner himself. So, and it's a major life decision. You cannot just leave based on an emotional outburst. You have to leave only after you have looked at it as a problem and tried to find a solution. There are two options. One is you and your partner come to a therapist, and the therapist leads you to resolve the issues between you and puts you on a path to a good, healthy, loving relationship. Or the therapist guides you through a certain process and helps you to take an informed decision of leaving the partner. Okay? And moving on. Both ways you need to be supported, because there are a lot of negative emotions that will get stored inside your body. As a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, I have erased these negative emotions in so many of my clients who have gone through these kind of negative experiences. Okay, so either way, get help, but do not put everything under the carpet and believe that nothing's wrong. It is wrong. You have to take action. Let me conclude by giving you this analogy. Your relationship is like that beautiful clubhouse in your house. Every day you go out in the world and battle the world. You come back with wounds, emotional, or stress, or anger, or frustration, whatever. Then you come back to this relationship, which is a clubhouse. This is where you relax. This is where you get reassurance. This is where you recharge your batteries. This is where you heal your wounds. And this is where you get that big warm hug, the beautiful loving hug from your soulmate, which will make many of your stress and strain disappear. If your soulmate is not able to give you that, then he is not your soulmate. You need to seriously think of leaving. And remember, again, I would like to remind you, if you are getting abused, please leave. You owe nothing to that person in terms of loyalty or in terms of kind of fulfilling your marriage vows, nothing. If the person is abusing you, you leave. Okay? Please take my words very carefully, think through it, and then take a decision. Well, if you're having a happy married life, congratulations. Congratulations. You're blessed. But at the same time, you will definitely have your friends or colleagues who are going through this kind of mess. Please share this video with them. So, until next time,